Hey, water signs. It's the Cannastrologer. My name is Abby, and I am here with you for a reading. It's called Magick in the Making, and I'm doing it for Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. It could be Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or if you have those placements strong anywhere in your chart. But this is Magick in the Making. It's for the month of October, and I'll have descriptions of all of the decks and stuff in the description below. But just thank you first of all for being here and spending your time. Also, cross watchers, you're welcome to be here as well. When I'm talking about female, male, the roles can be reversed, energy can be interchanged. Just take it as it resonates, and if it doesn't, bits and pieces of this may resonate, and if it doesn't, then let it go and leave it for somebody who it does. Peace and protection. I've blessed the cards earlier, and also want to make sure that I shout out WeedTube. Yeah. So not paid or anything. I just I wear a lot of cannabis shirts. So I do that. I work in the cannabis industry, and so I get a lot of shirts, and so I want to be able to rep my people. But yeah, blessings and protection, and then like I said, don't force it if it doesn't resonate. We're gonna start with some tarot and see what's going on for October. I've already pre-shuffled these. Magick in the Making, and the intention for this spread is to pull out the magic. Those of us who are interested in things like tarot, esoteric studies, the occult, things like that. Obviously, you're here for a reason watching tarot, but magic, and so these are all like my magic decks and stuff. But again, so this is for Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, Magick in the Making. What do we have in store for us for October? For Scorpios, it's our birthdays, some of us. Okay, underneath the deck we have Six of Pentacles. It's a balancing out of finances, pentacles, abundance, coins, wealth, anything that has to do with like your monetary stability, that kind of stuff, right? Banking, that sort of thing. We've got the Eight of Pentacles. So we've got mastery of something. I feel like, you're finally coming into your own. Finally, or maybe you've been there for a while, but you're coming into your own and really feeling solid about what you do and happy about what you do. Mastering your craft, if you will. That's what the Eight of Pentacles is about mastering your career path, your passions, what you're really, gifted at. And I just heard intuitive. So you might have some intuitive abilities, or maybe those are developing. But I feel like this time of season, especially the month of October, is going to be like this great. Well, we just had the 1010 portal, so there's that. But I know around the 25th, I believe it's the 25th and the 28th, there's like two astrological happenings that are going to go down, and I think energetically that's going to have a large pull on this collective, and about our intuitive abilities. It'll help increase them. All right, then we've got the Nine of Wands. So that's the wounded warrior, but also if you see in this card, I don't know if you see, it's like a female, and she's like doing some candle magic, like doing a ritual on the ground. And I think like, what I feel with this is just, it's been a long time coming, and we've got 8, 9 lying together right in a row. But I feel like, the wounded warrior, the warrior's been through a lot, but also a lot of lessons, therefore a lot of wisdom. Wands are all about passion and passionate energy. It can also mean like intimate, passionate energy in relationships, but it also can mean like things in career and work and what you're passionate about, projects and things like that, right? But just worn out, like also kind of still on the defense because you've been through a lot, but still, not there yet, not willing to put down all the, put down your guard, put down all the burdens yet, right? But you're close. And that's what this worship is all about. Like, you know, trying to get to that zen again and making sure that you're fully protected by all your spirits. And you're becoming very good at this is what I feel. Like, again, I hear intuitively, like your psychic and like your psychic abilities and just spiritual knowledge is expanding. And again, one of the reasons why you're here, right? All right. And what else do we have? Oh my God, this is beautiful, guys. Then we've got the wheel. Okay, so this represents the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. And you know what? I want to double check that in this deck because do I even have the book out? I don't think I do. It is. It's the Wheel of Fortune, but it represents the seasons. And, you know, here we are in the fall, and, you know, we're going to be transforming here shortly. I mean, we just transformed from summer to fall, and then we'll be transforming into the winter. And that's what this is all about, but bringing in that abundance of each season. And we're in harvest season right now, so, and going like fully into it, you know, October, November time frame. And so I feel like in this time frame is you're really coming into whatever it is that you're manifesting here in the present right now. You know, and again, doing a very good job of it, mastering it even. That manifestation is really going to take full steam, and I truly feel like, you know, this next transition in harvest time is what I was hearing, is where it's going to come into effect and then ultimately help balance you out. I feel like, you know, you may, even with, you know, your mastery, you may have been coming from a little bit of, I don't want to say instability, but just uncertainty, right? There's been a lot of different energies going on, especially coming out of Mercury retrograde. But, you know, it just looks like you've got a lot of fortune coming up in the future, and it's all based on what it is that you're, you know, I just heard, you know, speaking to your spirits and asking the divine, you know, for wisdom. And, you know, manifesting and meditating over that. That's very, very important. That's why you see this candle magic. I think that's also very important for you water signs. So maybe work with candle magic. All right. This is beautiful. It's all positive. And so I'm going to move on here. I believe that is a 10 if I'm not mistaken. So we've got like 8, 9, 10 here. That's awesome. Okay, water signs, please. Oh, I meant to say also, so in my pre-shuffle, I listened to, because all of these were pre-shuffled, I listened to music because I'm clairaudient, right? And maybe that's, I just dropped not all of them, but almost all the cards. You guys, that's crazy. I've never, give me 1 second. Okay, so here's the deal. Not all of them dropped, but the 3 of them did fall face up. So we're going to take those. Those are going to be the 3 for water signs. So sorry about that. But what I was saying was I'm clairaudient, and I heard maybe that's something that you're developing, is like the clair gifts, clairvoyant, clairaudient. There's like several, like 8 or 9 of them. But anyway, so I listen to music. I get music messages. This one, the song that came on is called "Another Day in Purgatory" by Mercy Rains, and it was talking about just 2 lovers between heaven and hell. And then it goes on to say, in purgatory with you, end of story. I'd rather end of story than stay with you in purgatory. and at the gates into the flame, I can't take another day in purgatory. So like basically it's very like sensual and kind of seductive song, but it's talking about someone feeling really trapped around somebody else or in a situation, right? And almost to the point of just being disgusted, like, ugh, I don't want to spend another day in purgatory with you, like it's between heaven and hell, I'd rather just end it. Like that's like, when you're just over it, over the toxicity, over the negative energy, just like over the same thing over and over and over again, right? And so you're ready to move on and you're done with it, right? But then it's like waiting for a way out, like trying to figure out, like, how do we get out of this? We need to figure this out. So anyway, I got Labyrinth, and that's funny because I was just talking about purgatory and around and around and around, and that's what we've got here, But it's number 12, if that's significant in any way. Raising your energetic vibration, enlightenment. So I feel like, this is what needs to happen. Like we need to raise I'm a Scorpio. But we need to raise our vibration in order to get out of this like personal purgatory. Like, like it's in our mind, right? The eyes will perceive what the mind will perceive what the eyes will see, or something like that. I forget that saying, but you know what I'm talking about. I feel like that's relevant. So then we've got 12, double 12. We've got 24. That's the goddess spirit. So ladies, those of us who are listening, and I don't want to say just ladies, like again, masculine, feminine energies and whatnot. But this is healing feminine energy. So this is for guys and girls too. Like this is your feminine energy inside of you. Everybody has it. But this is healing that, making sure that we're really respecting women, that we're really getting in tune with those feminine energies and idealisms and support, and also feeling that intimacy within ourselves, like, And I just heard mother, maiden, crown, or maiden, mother, crown. So, I mean, that's, goddess. Athena. Okay, I'm going to go on. So then we've got number 28. So that number could also be significant to you. Little luxuries. Generates luxurious surroundings and experiences. So you may be a generator, like a goddess sitting, in the future, being able to generate, luxurious surroundings, because I feel like this is coming in, like this goddess energy. Maybe that's what you're channeling. Maybe it's like a labyrinth trying to figure out how to make it all work, but it is coming in. I see that happening. And again, this is really reminiscent of like the wheel over here, the wheel of fortune. All of this is going to be coming in within harvest season or around that time frame. It could even go as far as Yuli, which is the holiday, like Christmas season. All right, what else do we have for our water signs? Making in the magic for the month of October, please. Or Magick in the Making, I'm sorry. Let's see what we had underneath the deck before I go further. Oh, nice. Underneath the deck, number 36, Dragonfly. You bring light to this world. So you might be also speaking to a lot of light workers. So there's that. I'll actually put that right here. Boom. Yeah. I feel like, light work is definitely a craft within itself, special kind of magic. Underneath the deck, we've got Elderflower Warding. So elderflower, elderberry is great for your immune system. And I feel like this is especially through the month of October with the changing of the season and, weather changes and whatnot, plus, just all the crap that's going around. You want to Make sure that you bring this into your lifestyle in some way, shape, or form. It's so great for immune system. And when you're starting to feel a tickle or like you're come down with something, it's one of the first things I take. And if it doesn't knock it out, it shortens like whatever I've got, like that. It's pretty cool. But there's other things that you can use for it as well. It's actually quite good. It's very sweet. Elderflower. But the real card that we're looking at, Mandrake and Passive. This is a very powerful ingredient for those who practice witchcraft. So Mandrake, magic's waned, not impressed. Work with my root if you're distressed. Extraction causes a deadly scream. Work with me to follow your dream. This magic is worked with harm to none, so mote it be, there it is done. So Mandrake is used to increase the the power and potency of magic spells. I'm pretty positive it cannot be ingested, but let's read onto it. So your expression says it all. Not much impresses you these days, does it? Your light is dimmed. However, not all is lost, for new magic surrounds you when I appear. No other plant has been more associated with or respected by witches through the ages as I. A magical alliance... Excuse me, I'm so sorry. A magical alliance was made between witches and the spirit of Mandragora for my root to be used as a vessel for familiars to feed from. In return, I am fed with milk or wine under a full or dark moon. Be sure not to feed me on yourself, though, for I will cause delirium and even madness if ingested, much like my poisonous cousin Belladonna. Instead, use my powdered root wisely as a magical catalyst to empower amulet spells and fertility rituals, or to induce visions and free your spirit for a desired freedom of magical expression is waiting to be unearthed. So, yes, it's in Greek philosophy, mandrakes are believed to carry magical powers and were featured in the Harry Potter series. So, it is used to with dreams and also lucid dreaming too, because you can burn it. And though you can't ingest it, like internally, like eat it or anything, and smoke and whatnot, it is supposed to help kind of take you to a higher realm, if that's the best way of putting it. I wouldn't like just outright try to inhale it or anything like that. Like I do cannabis, I wouldn't do that. But people do burn it. Look into it. That is what it's saying. And it was talking about being distressed. If you're feeling just like distressed, this song, Another Day in Purgatory, I think it's just like this mood that water signs have kind of been in. Use Mandrake, look into using Mandrake in any of your spell work or whatever, and trying to lift that funk out of your system. You will. It looks like this is something maybe potentially that spirits are calling for you to do when you're doing this candle magic. I'm looking to see if there's anything burning in there, and there's not, but there's candles obviously. Okay, water signs for the month of October. Magick in the Making. Oh, I love it. Underneath the deck, we've got number 11, Passion. Rise, passion, rise up high, and flame my purpose, reach the sky. Some of you may be calling in for your twin flame, number 11. you know, your divine masculine or divine feminine, and looking for passion, or you might have that coming in. I like it. You know, you may not, it's underneath the deck, but it's like, you know, you may feel like you're in purgatory without that person, or like that's who you want to move towards. Top of the deck, number 7, we've got wisdom. On a Wednesday with a waxing moon, let wisdom come and be renewed. So, the next waxing moon, I suggest... Oh, that's funny, I just flipped to passion. On the next waxing moon, I suggest, you know, maybe gather sage, frankincense, rosemary, and a handful of beautiful fallen leaves. Autumn leaves are best, but any fallen leaves will do. And if none are available, substitute with bay leaves. Place them on your altar. Write a story of your lesson and the outcome of your learning. And then the pattern you are unraveling is now your teacher, your true wisdom. Once you've completed the spell, you can place the sage, frankincense, rosemary, and leaves in a mortar and pestle, and crush them into incense powder, which you can burn to empower your wisdom, in which also you could potentially even also add some mandrake. So basically, wisdom, number 7. What is wisdom? Magically speaking, it is mostly about perspective. That is, being able to see and understand the long and short-term karmic impact of action or inaction in a particular, usually challenging situation. If this wisdom spell has chosen you, please look upon this as an opportunity to work some magic on your own ability to see wisely. Be open to having a greater inner understanding of the karmic ripples your choices will make through the lakes of time. If you have chosen this card and spell, you may be searching for insight into a particular situation, or maybe you would like to be altogether wiser in your life. If so, you are already aware that you may have more to ponder than meets the eye in this situation. So this is, you know, doing that with the sage, frankincense, rosemary, and leaves. It's talking about, you know, acting upon the best interests of your most magical self, being able to channel your wisdom consciously, if you will. And then, you know, waxing moon. What else? It said something about on a new moon or a dark moon. I'm sorry, a new moon and a dark moon are the same thing. Well, regardless, I still think it's beautiful. Wisdom on top, passion on bottom. I also feel like this, you know, you're a very passionately smart person as well. And I think that's what this is about too. Again, we were talking about how wands don't necessarily have to be about love. It can be about what you're passionate about. And I feel like, you know, this is what you're ultimately, you know, seeking, but being very wise about how you're going about it, which is, you know, using divination, using your magical abilities, if you will, as we go into, you know, this harvest season. So that being said, I'm already a little bit over, but you guys are, you know, my favorite element, if you will, because I've got a bunch of it in my own chart. But this is the Cannastrologer. Again, I appreciate your time for being here. I really hope you enjoy your October. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell to follow for, you know, upcoming notifications and stuff. If you want to book a reading, leave a tip or donation, I've got all of those links in the description below. Also, sign up for the newsletter. It's coming up. I'm going to be doing a bunch of giveaways and stuff, so that's going to be cool. I'll also have all of the decks that we used, descriptions, and the links below. But as you know, water signs, it's together we grow. Thank you for being here for Magick in the Making, and I will see you again next month. Peace.